In this video, we're going to start and continue now with the receiving file. So right now, what we have is all our data, and you can see already this works all perfectly. And let's refresh one more time the page. We get this connection established, so it looks all very appealing. So we have here this part here, we have the sending include, of course, and then we get all of this, and this sends all the data. So now what we can do is we can play around a bit more. We're going to our values here. So remember, we have this send user data, and what we want to do is we want to ensure that we can send these values to our sending file, and basically this later on needs to be shown in our main page here, where we can see, for example, not the hello world but the information here. So let's start and work on what we call a sample for the person's name or first name, title, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do here is just very simple. I'm going to put in a small div, and in here and in this div what we will do is the following. We're going to put in some text, and in here we can probably just say the values, or like an echo, but maybe we can just say here a Mr. and then we say test name. All right, so we have this part here. So let's copy this, and we're going to save this again in our file. And what we want to do afterwards, once we save this, oh sorry, not in that file, we need to go to the main file. Once we save this in our main file, then we can start working with a receiving file. And in the receiving file, all what we will do first now is just to copy this. Yes, we're going to get this. We're going to put it in our receiving file. So I'm going to make a new file, and this is what we'll call the AJAX receiving file. So I'll call it AJAX receiving file. All right. So in the AJAX receiving file, we'll just make here what we call a item. We have these items here, and the only thing what I want to add up here is, of course, the values that we are sending. So let me explain. We see these values here. These is basically the values we're sending, and I want to now extract these values. So we'll make here a quick PHP, and in this PHP we will say the following. As we say $post underscore post, and then we say here this is first name, right? Yes. So remember, the first name or this needs to match with this item here. Yes. So you get all these values here. Since these are the post values, they're being posted, and later on we're going to use it for our database. But for now, we just want to put them in here so we can extract them afterwards. So this is the last name, and finally we have the title. Post title. And what we can do here, we can say, for example, first name equals that, and then we make another variable. We say last name equals post last name, and finally we have title equals post title. All right, so we've got these, and then what we can do is we're going to put in this value here. So you will see now we're going to echo these out, and I'll just make a very shortcut of an echo. All right, first name, and we're going to put in the last name for now. So we're going to copy this entirely, and this we will save back in our receiving file. Let's click here on edit. All right. So we have this connection established. I think it's very nice and useful to have that as well. So we just only move a few of these values around. We just keep this alert box, and then we have this here. All right. What is very important here to remember as well as the following. Yes. So this will pinpoint the div update info. So we're going to back here to our div update info. You can see this is our div. So I'm going to copy this, and what I want to do with that, of course, is I want to match that here. So we're going to put this in here. Yes. However, this is what I call closing, because this is not being shown in AJAX, However, it remembers it will start from here. So then, of course, we have this div. Alright, so I'll just to copy this, I'll just put it in here as well in a receiving file. Save this all, and let's put that all neatly together. Alright, so we've got this. This looks far more neat and nice and tidy. There you are. We moved it back here in the receiving file, save the receiving file, and now you will see that if we save our data or we insert here a name, we should be able to see the name being reflected here. Alright, so we see Mr. Test name, and we say here, let's say Nick, and then we say here test. Save changes. And as you can see, we get this connection has been established, which is correct, and then it echoes out the values we inserted. So we can update this again and say test with a lot of T's, save. Connection has been established, of course, and you can see this reflects. Alright, so now it starts to work. Now what we can do is we have to get the values and insert them in the database, because right now if we would save it, of course it doesn't store it. So that's what we're going to do in the next video.